Okay, this video is going to be about how I make my clip-in extensions. I already made 2 tracks. This is what they look like, and all I do is buy the hair. They come in packages or bundles. You can just buy, any regular kind of hair that you would want. It looks like this. So your hair will come with nothing on it. All you have to do is buy clip-ins that look like this. You have to buy clips. They're not expensive at all. You can get them at the Chinese shops or at Sally's, anywhere that you would like to get them. What I did was I had some other clip-ins that I don't use anymore, and I just ripped them off. So I'm reusing these. It's a good way to recycle. But all you need is clip-ins, hair, and thread. Any kind of thread is good. I just use sewing thread. It's thin. It doesn't have to be thick. All I do is use this kind of thread. And you need scissors to cut your hair and to cut your thread. You also would want to use a comb just to, comb out your hair. I did straighten this a little bit so it can look a little bit neater. After that, you have to cut the hair. All you really do need for clip-ins is 3 pieces. One that goes in the back, that will go all the way in the back, and 2 that will go on your sides. What I did is I'm going to double them so the hair can look thicker, and that's what I did for this. This is one of my side pieces that will go right here. So for my side piece, I just folded it to double it. And I'm going to start sewing in the clip right here and right here. I'm going to sew 2 clips into this little piece. As you can see, for my back piece, my longest piece that will go in the back, I sewed in 3 clips. That's all you really need. 1, 2, 3. 2 on the sides and 1 in the middle. That should be good enough. Okay, once you put the thread in the needle hole, it took me a while, so I didn't record that. But anyway, once you put it in, all you have to do is measure a long piece of string, long enough that you won't run out of string while sewing. You just have to make it decent enough. This is long enough for me. You could use your scissors to cut it or cut it with your hand, whichever comes easier to you. And what I do is tie the end by going like this with the same piece of string, sliding it in and making a knot. As you can see, I have a long piece that's away from my knot, so I just like to cut that just so it won't bother me. But I'm going to start sewing now. So after you got your thread in the needle, you're ready to start sewing. And then you keep going in. You keep doing that in and out. I like to go over the same spot a few times just so I know it's definitely tight and it won't come loose at all. So go in. It's hard to get in just because it's doubled, but it's doable. Go in there. And then I like to always put my needle through this hoop, through a hoop of thread so it can really be tight. It's gonna look like that. Then you keep going. This is kind of a long process. It does take a lot of work and time. But practice makes perfect, and the outcome is worth it because you get clip-ins, which are way cheaper than if you would go and buy them at the store. Since you made them yourself, you're making it cheaper for yourself and you're learning how to do something new. Even though it does take time, you might stab yourself a couple times. Hey, it's worth it. All you have to do is buy the hair. Hair is not that expensive. You can go to the Chinese shop, to the beauty supply stores, and you can get them for like $20. Mine costed $45 because it's onyx. It's that good hair, but you can get any kind you would like. And then you keep doing that till you get all the way to the end. Okay, when you're coming across the end, all you have to do is keep going. That's when you're really going to start tying it so it can be really secure. You're going to go through that last hole right there. Going in, and then you're going through, put your needle through the thread and pull, because that makes the knot. After you do that, you cut it with the scissors so that there's no leftover thread. Go ahead and cut it, and then you're done with that one. There's one of your finished ones, and you're going to go on to your next, which is this side. Okay, so I'm done, and I did the exact same thing to this one. As you can see, I'm now done with both of them. And remember to always put your clip this way. The open side goes on the outside so it can catch your hair. Do not put it the other way, because then you're going to have to start all over again, and it does get frustrating. It does take a lot of time. Just keep that in mind. You have to have patience. But I'm all done with all three of my pieces. It took me about 2 hours, an hour and a half, because I kept stopping and taking breaks just because I couldn't stay focused, you know. I'm all done with 3 of my pieces. And then when you're done, you can brush it out and straighten it. And then you're ready to put it on your hair. Here goes your first piece. It'll go in the middle of your head. And it should just stay like that. That's your first piece. Your second piece will go on your left side or your right side. You can choose whichever you want to do first. Here, the little pieces go on the sides. So your first little piece will go on one of your sides. And you can part it to a perfection, but you do not have to. I'm actually doing this in kind of a rush, so I'm not parting it. Then you let that hair fall. And then the other one goes on the other side. The other little piece. So you just unclip it and put it on this side. And there's the final product. If you feel as though it's not full enough, you can make more pieces. You can make as much pieces as you would like. 3 is usually enough. It looks pretty good, you know, it doesn't look too empty. It looks good enough. You can straighten your hair after that to make it blend in with the weave. This is how the back looks. It should pretty much look good. Then we're all done. That's how you make your clip-ins. Thank you for watching.